Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. The fight against open grazing is no more a thing of just the communities fighting against it or rejecting it. Even the forces of nature kind of working against it. You understand? We have two scenarios here which we're going to share with you, and it's so shocking what is happening to the Fulanis, that's Fulani Herdsmen, especially in the south part of Nigeria. They have suffered numerous losses, which I feel is a pointer to the fact that they need to retreat and leave this issue of open grazing. Yes, that's absolutely true. You know, for a while now, unknown gunmen has been fighting police for informations and all of that. But this time around, they are out against, the Fulani herders. And this is happening in South. And apart from that, the forces of nature also have risen up against them. Now, we're going to look at this too, and also look at what Nigerians have to say about it, because from all indication, it is no longer business as usual for them. All right, let's look at the news in detail. According to the news, some unidentified gunmen had attacked Fulani Herdsmen, violating the ban on open grazing in a Sinodom local government area of Akwa Ibom State. The gunmen on motorbikes defied the curfew put in place by the state government to carry out the attack early Sunday morning, which resulted in the death of at least 12 cows, while the Fulani herders took to their heels. The chairman of the Sinodom local government area, Mr. Anthony Luke, while reacting to the development, described the incident as unfortunate, given the fact that the local government has in the recent times become an epicenter of cult war, with security agencies, including the police, custom, and army, as well as government institutions, as object of attack. The military operation against the hoodlum, including land and aerial bombardment, were launched against the hoodlums last month in their base in Ikorakpan in a Sinodom local government area, and Luke believes the remnants who fled the operation have regrouped to continue the mayhem. The government also reportedly attacked the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC headquarters in the local government, setting the facility ablaze. Well, meanwhile, in faraway Delta State, one of the communities, the headman has also been hit very hard, this time around not by the people but by the forces of nature. Herdsmen on Sunday evening of May 2nd ran away from Orodo Ovu community in Etiop East local government area of Delta State as thunder struck, killing 12 of their cows. The headmen and the cows were in their settlement when incident occurred minutes after a heavy downpour. Indigents and residents of the community, especially farmers, were however happy over the incident. At the time of filing this report, the 12 dead cows were still lying fallow on the ground. The incident caused serious tension among the herdsmen as they quickly moved their belongings and ran away from the community for fear of being struck dead by the same thunder. Wow, this is really, for me, it's an interesting news. But then, I like to look at what Nigerians are currently saying. Two places in the Sinodom local government in Akwa Ibom State and also in another community in Delta State. This is quite serious. Now, there are a lot of fears now, and one of the major fears is reprisal attack. You know, these guys, they don't play with their products. The cows are like their business product, and they don't play with it. I could still remember some few years ago when a particular governor talked about how these guys value their cow, that for one cow, more heads of people can go. And I could still remember also in the Senate floor, a female representative of one of the Fulani in these states was so bold to say that these guys, they love their cow even more than human, and that their cows are worth the blood of human. And she was rebuked immediately for making such a terrible statement, because it clearly shows that, man, these guys don't value life. For them, their cows are far more better than any other thing. But then, let's look at what Nigerians have to say. This one say, obey simple law. Una no go agree. Fulani stubbornness will lead them to early grave. And that's absolutely true. Now, in all of these places that these things are happening, there had been an anti-open grazing law, which they have blatantly refused to obey. And that's why they're going through all of this. You understand? Another person here says, you can't use your cow to destroy our corns and cassava and still kill us on top of it. Another person here says, I remember when ESN was created, all South and Southeast states were present. If you think we will sit back and watch Fulani invade our forests like Southwest and Benue State, then you must be joking. Another person here says Fulanis across the Middle Belt and Southern Nigeria are living on a borrowed time. They would definitely pay for the atrocity against humanity. Either Nigeria remain as one, goes into war, or we separate. We don't pray you should go into war, my brother. And this one says ESN is restricted to the Southeast alone. If this is done by unknown gunmen, then they remain unknown. Don't link IPOB or ESN to any happening in the Niger Delta. Wow, I think IPOB is trying to exempt themselves from whatever had happened in a certain local government area of Akwa Ibom State. And I want to say, of course, no one has a monopoly of violence. Just because people turn the other cheek doesn't mean they are weak. With time, these Fulanis will learn. I think they try nonsense in Ghana and the Ghanaian government taught them a good lesson. With time, everyone will become very hostile to them. Let them just wait. Pikin wey say in mama no go sleep, he himself no go sleep. Hey, wow. This is really serious. This one say cowards, they should have waited to confront the gunmen. They only exercise their bravery act on helpless kids and women in their sleep. God bless those who did what they just did to them. Some people are even happy. All right, let's also look at Nigerian reaction the other way in Delta State, where it was the forces of nature that handled them. And the first person here say, even the gods are angry with the Fulanis. Why didn't they wait to challenge the thunder that came down against their animal? Another one here says, they have not seen anything. They think that the blood of the innocent that they have let out in this part of the country will allow them to go scot-free. Another one say, this is a result of their negligent refusal to obey simple instruction. You are asked not to go around with your cows, but you people will not accept it. Many people are talking here, but then let's look at the situation. It has happened, and it has happened. Now, I think the ideal thing is for the people of this community and also the state government to come into this. You know, these guys, let's be real, these guys called Fulani. Sometimes I begin to wonder how their reasoning is like. Most of them who are involved in this herdsmen stuff, most of them are not really educated. So even with the fact that it's unknown people that have come in to do this, and also it's the forces of nature that have risen up against them, you'll be so shocked that they will carry out reprisal in the night against that community that they have suffered and lost in. You know, sometimes I just keep wondering if they don't think. You understand? Now, it has happened. Before you know, those people will be running helter-skelter and all of that. I feel at this point, the government need to have sit down and talk with them, and let them understand that they need to obey the law of the land, and that whatever had happened should not be linked to those communities. They are actually innocent. You know, this is just my little suggestion, because I know with time they are going to carry out their reprisal, and you know that when they carry out their reprisal, it's children and women that suffered a great deal. But then I like to leave it. They go to a comment section. Now that the forces of the earth and even humans are against these guys, what do you think will be their own their next step of next